Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this week's video. Y'all get to watch this on my birthday. What? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I am grateful to be able to be taking breath one more year. I am grateful to be able to have been in y'all inbox for a little bit over a year. And that those of you who open these things up on a regular basis, that you truly are receiving good content. The feedback that I'm getting, I am totally excited about. We want to get the people what the people want. That's what we here for. Get the people what the people want. So, in that manner, I'm going to switch stuff up a little bit. Yes, we had a tax season deadline this week. So I thank you for all y'all patience. I thank you for working with us as we got through our past due entity deadline. That is for my S corporations and my S corporations and my, get it straight, Patrice, partnerships. Their stuff was due on Monday. We automatically had already filed extensions for all our business clients because I need to know who's going to bounce back. And I will tell you, for the love of God, none of them bounced back. So I know that I can keep pushing forward. So we're going through the process. We're doing stuff. And in it, I always have clients or people who are starting to ask questions, even on the 1040 side, especially when it comes to my Schedule C people, my sole proprietors. I'm not a business, this, that, and the other. I don't understand why you asking me all this stuff. So I thought what we would do is we would give you a infographic to break this down on how everybody gets paid so we can put it in perspective. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about informing you on how, if you own a business, and if you're thinking about owning a business, you understand what's going on with each one of these entities and how you're getting paid. Y'all want to go on that journey with me? You ain't got no choice. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. All right, y'all can see my screen. All right. So y'all can see my screen. This is an infographic that my team did. My team built. Whoop, whoop, team. Let me see if I make it full so we can go through everything. That better? I feel like it's better. Okay. So how to pay yourself, a guide for business owners. And we're going to make sure y'all get a copy of this. How do you get paid if you're a sole proprietorship or a single member LLC? I want you to know you can take money out whenever you want to from business profits. Those are called owner's draws. You're not running payroll. You're not giving yourself a formal paycheck. You're just transferring funds from the business account to your personal account and vice versa, from your personal account to your business account. That's what we call either an owner draw or owner investment or contribution, right? Owner capital or owner draw. All of this stuff is happening on your balance sheet. It is not revenue to you. If you passing money back and forth through yourself, transferring it from your personal to your business, that's not revenue and it's not an expense. That's the biggest thing I want y'all to get. It's not. Okay? You track withdrawals carefully to manage business cash flows. You do not want to gut the bank account. Because then you're going to look and you be like, wait a minute, revenue going to be revenue, expenses going to be expenses, but I paid myself. You don't get a deduction for that amount that you paid yourself. You don't. You just taking the money out of the business. That's how you get paid. All right, now for my partnerships or my multi-member LLCs, this is how you get paid. You have guaranteed payments, fixed payments for services performed. So I call this like above the line versus below the line. This would be, y'all don't pay yourself payroll. You do not pay yourself payroll as a partner. You don't. You instead get guaranteed payments. It's like and it comes up on your K1 as self-employment payment, okay? It is, guaranteed payments are a deduction to the company. It's an expense. But we're not running payroll taxes. That's the biggest thing, right? So it's unlike the single member LLC or sole prop where we just taking draws and giving money, right? Over here, we actually get to do two things. We are paying ourselves for services, right? Perform. That's a guaranteed payment, but we're not running payroll. We're not running no payroll taxes. Why? Because the payroll taxes and all those, the associated taxes happen when you get a K1 and it happens on each person's 1040. That's what that K1 is for. The K1 is like a W-2, a 1099. Okay. Profitable. Now we got distributions. After everything is said and done. So this is my before the line, right? After the line is my distribution. Hey, we got some money left over. It's still profit in the company. We are distributing the profit based on what we agreed to as partners before we ever got to this point where we said we was going to be profitable. Your share of partnership earnings come out as a distribution. That happens on the balance sheet. Guaranteed payments is an expense on the P&L. Distributions are happening on the balance sheet in the equity section. We either giving capital or we taking capital. That's the distribution. You can take draws against future profits, but must follow the partnership agreement. And we got to keep each partner's basis so we understand. If you take too much of your basis, now you have triggered a taxable transaction. Okay? All right. Let me know in the comments when you hit up like, Patrice, okay, I need clarification. Now, an S corporation, the thing y'all hear all on the internet streets, that's the end all be all, how you get paid. This is the best thing ever. All right. Now, this is how this works. It is a S corporation is when a partnership and a C corporation have a baby. It's called an S corporation. This how I see it. In the S corporation, you gotta pay yourself a W-2. You must. That's reasonable compensation. When everybody is talking about you are avoiding self-employment tax, the reason why you're not paying self-employment tax like you would on a profit of a sole proprietorship is because of the fact that you already paying payroll taxes. You paying the employer and employee taxes because you gotta. The company is. Why? Because you gotta give yourself a reasonable salary. This is not like Zuckerberg and I'm gonna pay myself $1, right? Because that's not reasonable. You're not Zuckerberg. I'm gonna pay myself $1 and then I'm just gonna take stock. Y'all not doing that. So please don't hit me with that. I need a reasonable salary. We need to be looking at these ratios. I'm not telling you you cannot take non-taxable distributions. I'm telling you I need that salary to be reasonable. And there's ways that we can check the salary. We do have tools and resources that we use to actually figure out what reasonable salary is. And I will tell you, the IRS be looking at reasonable salary for S corporations. Why? Because people be on the internet streets talking crazy about non-taxable distributions and blah, 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 blah. It's low-hanging fruit. Don't play them rules. Know the rules. Don't play the game and get hung up and then you like, I don't know what I did. Know the rules. All right, so a W-2 salary must be reasonable per the IRS rule. Not by the tax. Let me show you my face so we get this straight. Let me show you. Let me 100% show you my face because I don't want no confusion as to who rules these are. None. Oh, none. Y'all need to see my face. These not my rules. These are the IRS rules. Reasonable compensation, not my rules. I didn't make that up. Don't be mad at me. I am just the messenger. I'm telling you how to do it and how to do it right. Okay? Let's go back to the screen. All right. So, reasonable. W-2 salary. Y'all got to make sure it's enough money in that company to pay payroll taxes. Because this not 1099. We giving ourselves a W-2. Shareholder distributions is profits taken as dividends after taxes. These, in most cases, are non-taxable. Okay? Because we got our profits, we building it up. We got our you know what I'm saying? Our EP. We doing what we got to do. Balance salary versus distributions to optimize taxes and IRS compliance. Now, I'm going to let you look at me again. I'm not telling you that you can't take distributions. I'm telling you be reasonable at that ratio between the two. I don't want to see I paid myself $1, but then I took out $60,000 in distributions. They will, if they catch wind of it, reclassify a portion of it as compensation and require you to pay payroll taxes. I have seen it happen. It is not cute. If you accidentally paid yourself 1099 wages, be mindful that what we're going to have to do is fix some stuff because we're going to have to do some interesting stuff because you're going to end up paying that payroll taxes in some way, shape, or form when we get it all together. Do not be 1099ing yourself if you own an S corporation. Do not do it. Get yourself on payroll. Figure out a payroll company that works for you. Some of your softwares, your accounting softwares already have it. If not, use somebody like Gusto. Okay? Do your research. Figure it out. Do it correctly, please. And if you need to set up a consultation so we can talk it out, do so. But I don't want you out here doing stuff crazy. Okay? And then finally, we had a Big Daddy. The Big Daddy is the C Corp. What? Come on, Big Daddy. All right? C Corp. You got to pay yourself a W-2 like a traditional employee, paid regularly. Dividends, if you take them, this is where we got double taxation. When you take draws, they are automatically dividends. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can combine salary and dividends to balance tax burden. So this is over here, right? So y'all can see my face. Zuckerberg and them be C Corps or some derivative thereof. Please understand it. They are working and they are doing tax planning to lower their tax liability, right? So when they talk about they don't pay a lot of income tax, they personally don't. That does not mean that their companies don't. I actually, you know what? We will talk about what Warren Buffett said. Because Warren Buffett explained this very well and broke down how much zeros he had to pay for his 2024 taxes. And I love the way he did. It's a great article. I'll see if we can reference it in here so you can understand it. Because he said, they might not pay a lot of income tax. But I'm telling you, these businesses paying salary for other people, they paying taxes. And this is why I want you to understand the way that each entity functions, because don't think people are not getting away with not paying no taxes. We are out here arguing about stuff and not understanding the terminology. They will tell you, I don't pay a lot of income tax. That is the tax that we pay. Middle class, a lot of times, right? We funding stuff. Funding stuff. We not fondling stuff. We funding stuff. Y'all don't judge me today. It's my birthday. But I need y'all to keep in mind what is happening and listening to words that people are saying out of their mouths. Because they didn't say they're not paying no taxes. They say they're not paying personal income tax. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get to this. I'm teaching. I'm going to tell you, I'm teaching today. All right. These are the biggest takeaways. Know your entity structure. That means pull out your EIN letter that you got from the IRS that you signed up for. Don't be guesstimating. I have too many people. This is why in my tax organizer, y'all gonna see my face because I just got to get on my soapbox. This is why in my tax organizer, I asked for that EIN letter. The reason why I asked for the EIN letter is because you think you're something, and then I look at it and I find out you being taxed as something totally different. We got to get that straight. We got to get it straight. We got to get it to match. You cannot be doing all of this. You just can't. You have to be in the right entity. Because how you pay yourself and what you've done, and I got to know so we can correct it. And sometimes I do have to correct it at tax time. Sole proprietors in partnership take draws or guaranteed payments. S corps must balance salary and distributions properly. C corporations pay salary and dividends, but watch out because that's where we have double taxation. Okay? We have double taxation in the C Corp. If you need help structuring your business or anything like that, go and reach out to us. If you want to have a conversation, that's a consultation. And it would be, we could solve it in a 30-minute business consultation. I can break this thing down. We can do the test. We can figure out what works. We can make sure stuff is done. If you want me to look at payroll, but that's a consultation. I'm not going to answer them questions for free. Why? Because there's liability that I personally have. And I have insurance, but I ain't trying to be using it. If you decide you want to leap over here and get mad because of something I told you, generally, if you want to know something specifically and you want me to bless it, that's a consultation. You will pay for that. Why? Because I got to pay for my insurance. And if anything ever happened, you're going to be glad that we actually had that one-on-one conversation. All right? I want to tell y'all thank you. I want to appreciate each one of you all on my birthday. That is the gift of being able to still be here and being able to serve you in this manner. I don't take it by happenstance. My team and I are so appreciative of you, and we appreciate the feedback that you give us. I said it at the start. I'm going to say it again. Thank you so much. Thank you for loving on me in the way that you do. Thank you for thinking about my team. And thank you for answering and filling out things the way we need you to fill out. And thank you for, even if you decided, you know what, I just need a one-off consultation, I'm not going to work with them just yet. Anytime you reach out to us, it lets us know that the content that we're giving you, the information that we're giving you, you find vital and you feel like it is going to make a difference. And we are here to serve you in that manner. Truly, that is why our tagline is help us, help you, help yourself. And until next week, when it ain't my birthday, peace.